Even the most exciting of lives have their downtime. Nowadays, we are practically inundated with products and services that promise to cure us of the natural boredom we all tend to feel from time to time. That being said, boredom is something that comes from within, and the best solution to boredom also comes from within. Whatever the cause, Sigma males have a unique and potent way to combat the feeling of boredom whenever it does strike. In today's video, let's take a look at how to tackle boredom like a Sigma male. Number 1. Evaluate his goals. Boredom often comes as a result of having lost sight of the goals that are pushing you forward in life. The simple fact of the matter is, we change a lot throughout our lives, and what may have been a worthwhile goal at an earlier point in your journey might lose its potency over time. Perhaps as a younger man you dreamed of entering a certain profession, and once you got there it turned out not to be all that you thought it was. Many people will suppress this feeling of dissatisfaction and allow it to grow into an overriding sense of boredom, which if left unaddressed can then grow into something of a depression. Sigmas are not ones to sit around and let boredom linger, however. When they feel themselves growing listless in life, they use this as a catalyst for re-evaluating their goals in life. Sigmas take a good hard look at what brings them excitement and satisfaction, and look at if their goals, be they short-term or long-term, bring them closer to these passions. If not, Sigma males are not afraid to go back to the drawing board and build up their goals from scratch. This is down to the fact that Sigma males always strive to maintain a policy of complete honesty with themselves, and would rather make difficult yet positive changes to their lives, rather than live a life that is more simple but less satisfying. Number 2. Engage their bodies. One of the greatest ways that boredom manifests itself is in how we feel physically. Chronic lethargy or restlessness are both big indicators that you might be suffering from a bout of boredom. One way to overcome this feeling is to put your body to good use. Doing this can feel like shaking off the proverbial cobwebs, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to take on new challenges. In times of boredom, Sigma males revitalize their energy levels by putting their bodies to good physical use. Regular exercise drives more oxygen to the cardiovascular system, which leaves the body feeling naturally more invigorated. This also allows your tissue to more easily absorb nutrients, creating more resilience for taking on fresh adventures in life. Number 3. Connect with old passions. Sometimes boredom comes as a consequence of simply doing the same thing and nothing else for far too long. In these circumstances, it can help to look back to former times when you felt more engaged with what you were doing in life. Dipping back into old hobbies, revisiting books or movies that once inspired you, and reconnecting with old friends can offer you a connection to another version of yourself with more excitement for the world around you. Sigmas are complex men who like to keep a diverse set of hobbies and passions throughout their lives. So when boredom starts to set in, they have no problem picking up an old passion and diving right back into where they left off. Number 4. Go somewhere new. There's perhaps no better go-to cure for boredom than placing yourself in a fresh environment. Going somewhere new doesn't have to mean going far. It can be something as simple as visiting a different city, or even spending time in parts of town you usually don't go to. Seeing what else life has to offer is a powerful way of inspiring yourself to explore. Plus, pushing yourself to explore new places also requires you to take a good look inwards and figure out what and where exactly you'd like to go. Do you crave nature and adventure? Take a hiking trip or visit a national park? Feel like developing a new skill? Join a class or sign up to a club? Sigmas love exploring all the unknowns of the world around them, and use boredom as a signal that it's time for them to try something new. Number 5. Put their minds on self-development. When boredom strikes, many people tend to retreat into themselves. Not Sigma males, however. When a Sigma male feels himself growing bored, he knows he needs to use this as an opportunity for change in life. Sigmas practice the art of self-care when they find themselves stuck in a rut. Through nurturing themselves on a mental and intellectual level, they give themselves the confidence to create new goals and habits in life. Self-development can come from reading a book, seeking the advice of trusted peers, or turning to philosophies that center on mastery of the self, such as Stoicism. Whatever method they choose, Sigmas always devote themselves to self-betterment. Even in the times when they start to feel bored, there's nothing more a Sigma male hates than feeling a sense of stagnation in life. Number 6. Start a side project. Perhaps a sense of boredom in day-to-day life doesn't have to indicate that it's time for a total overhaul of one's life. Sometimes it can simply be an indication that there's something missing. Sigmas are well versed in the art of self-reflection and are quickly able to distinguish whether or not their boredom is on an existential level or something that can be remedied with less extreme measures. In the latter case, Sigma males will often turn to their hobbies as a source of inspiration and devote their extra time to starting up a side project. Even if it's just for fun, Sigmas are so naturally good at bringing projects to life that even their side hustles can end up coming pretty successful. Beating boredom and setting up a successful side hustle at the same time? Not bad. Number 7. Practice self-care. Practicing self-care is an incredibly important part of keeping your spirits high and your lust for life steady, and yet it often goes overlooked. When life starts to feel dull, or you start to feel your sense of potency waning, a little bit of TLC can go a long way. What exactly self-care means will differ from person to person, but the effects it can have are exponential. Simply reserving the time for yourself to engage in one of your favorite pastimes, allowing yourself to enjoy one of your favorite meals, or giving yourself a good pampering can be enough to reignite your sense of self-worth and fill you with the confidence to tackle new challenges in life. Sigmas are deeply in tune with their own needs and make sure to give themselves an extra dose of self-care when life starts to feel lackluster. Number 8. Open up to a trusted inner circle. Sigmas do not typically surround themselves with a broad social circle. They tend to fall on the more reserved, introverted side of the personality spectrum and rarely seek to be the center of attention. It takes them a long time to build up their trust in others, especially as they are so used to being completely self-reliant for all of their needs. That being said, the inner circle that a Sigma male does go on to develop is one that he knows he can trust. When times get a little tough, a Sigma knows he can reach out to those he trusts for advice and inspiration. Sometimes a good chat with a trusted friend can be enough to shake off the blues and get a new lease on life. Now, before we continue, please do take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, but it really goes a long way in helping me grow and sustain the channel and allows me to keep bringing you more content like this. And now back to how Sigma males deal with feelings of boredom. Number 9. Practice gratitude. One of the most powerful tools for combating any negative feelings in life, whether they be sadness, anxiety, or simply boredom, is to practice gratitude. A sense of boredom or dissatisfaction in life can oftentimes originate from simply growing desensitized to all the good things you actually have. In these cases, Sigma males make sure to stop and take a second to appreciate all of the things that bring them joy and satisfaction in life, and use this as a solid and positive foundation for making even greater positive changes to their lives. So what about you? I'm sure many of you experience periods of boredom in life.